In this video, I'm going to show you 40 air freshener brands to avoid and explain why, along with some safe, non-toxic options that actually keep your indoor air fresh and healthy, starting with number 40, Glade. Glade's bright packaging and cozy commercials make it look like comfort in a can, but behind that floral mist hides a cocktail of chemicals your lungs never asked for. According to multiple environmental reports, Glade sprays and plugins release volatile organic compounds, including benzene derivatives, phthalates, and formaldehyde precursors, all of which are linked to respiratory irritation and long-term endocrine disruption. Independent tests have also revealed traces of synthetic musks that persist on furniture and fabrics for days, gradually degrading indoor air quality. For people over 55 or anyone with asthma, that fresh linen scent could mean headaches, coughing, and irritated sinuses. The company has been criticized for vague ingredient labeling, using blanket terms like fragrance to hide more than 100 undisclosed chemicals. Glade might make your living room smell like a spa, but your lungs know better. If you value fresh air over artificial lavender scents, leave this one on the shelf. Number 39. Airwick. Airwick promises natural inspiration, but what it delivers is more of a chemistry lab than a countryside meadow. Their plug-ins and aerosol sprays often contain butane, propane, and artificial fragrance compounds that react with ozone to form secondary pollutants, such as formaldehyde. In 2021, consumer watchdogs flagged several Airwick products for high VOC emissions that exceeded recommended indoor air limits. The essential oils branding sounds comforting, but most of those oils are heavily refined synthetics that can trigger migraines and allergic reactions. Even Airwick's so-called Eco line still uses synthetic stabilizers and propellants that can linger for hours in closed rooms. The scent fades fast, but the chemical residue doesn't. For a product that claims to bring nature indoors, Airwick does the opposite. It replaces fresh air with a fog of lab-made compounds. Number 38. Febreze. Few brands have mastered marketing like Febreze commercials, which show families spraying away odors like magic. But what's really disappearing isn't odor, it's transparency. Febreze relies on a proprietary blend of nearly 90 different scent molecules, many of which are unlisted and have not been tested for long-term health effects. The Environmental Working Group once graded Febreze sprays with a D for air safety due to high levels of acetaldehyde, limonene, and quaternary ammonium compounds that can irritate eyes, skin, and lungs. Users often report headaches or throat irritation after heavy use, especially in poorly ventilated rooms. While Procter & Gamble insists it's safe, independent analyses have found that the odor clear formula merely masks smells instead of neutralizing them, leaving a sweet chemical haze that clings to fabrics. Number 37. Renewsit. Renewsit may look harmless, a pastel cone or gel sitting quietly on your shelf, but that fresh scent hides a cocktail of chemicals that can quietly invade your home. Most Renewsit products rely on propylene glycol, synthetic musks, and artificial fragrance compounds, which slowly release into the air over time. These compounds don't just mask odors, they linger on fabrics, carpets, and curtains, potentially triggering headaches, respiratory irritation, and even hormone disruption in sensitive individuals. Consumer reports have highlighted mild allergic reactions and coughing in households using multiple cones at once. What's marketed as continuous freshness can quickly become chemical saturation, especially in smaller, poorly ventilated rooms. Older adults or people with asthma are particularly vulnerable to these cumulative effects. And don't forget the marketing angle, labels boast natural scents or air-cleansing benefits. Still, ingredients are vaguely listed as fragrance, leaving you in the dark about what exactly you're inhaling. For a product that promises comfort, Renewsit quietly trades scent for a compromise in indoor air quality. Think twice before decorating every corner with pastel cones. Your lungs and long-term health deserve better. Number 36. Lysol Air Freshener. Lysol is celebrated for its disinfecting capabilities, but its air freshener line tells a different story. These sprays are loaded with quaternary ammonium compounds, VOCs, and limonene, which can react with indoor ozone to produce formaldehyde, a known respiratory irritant. Overuse, especially in bedrooms or living rooms with poor ventilation, can cause coughing, watery eyes, and throat irritation, making the freshly clean scent ironically uncomfortable. Marketing promises odor elimination, but the reality is chemical masking, The synthetic fragrances linger in the air long after spraying, forming a haze that accumulates on furniture, curtains, and even electronics. Long-term exposure to VOCs from repeated sprays has been associated with headaches and potential long-term respiratory issues. Even Lysol's Eco or Light scent variants still rely on chemical propellants and stabilizers, giving users a false sense of safety. For older adults or anyone with chemical sensitivities, this constant chemical exposure can aggravate pre-existing conditions. Your room may smell sanitized, but what you're really breathing is a fog of lab-made compounds that no amount of marketing can disguise. Number 35. Yankee Candle Plug-ins. Yankee Candle plug-ins bring the allure of cozy candle scents without a wick, but behind that comforting aroma lies a steady release of phthalates, benzyl acetate, and limonene chemicals linked to endocrine disruption, headaches, and allergic reactions. Unlike real candles that burn away gradually, plug-ins continuously emit synthetic fragrances 24/7, leaving a residue on surfaces and slowly degrading indoor air quality. The brand markets scents like vanilla cupcake or lavender spa as mood-enhancing and natural, but most of these oils are heavily refined synthetics designed to last long rather than mimic nature. Independent tests have found trace levels of VOCs lingering even after unplugging the device for hours. Users have reported headaches, sinus irritation, and coughing, especially in smaller rooms or homes with limited ventilation. For older adults, children, or anyone with asthma or chemical sensitivities, continuous exposure can become a serious concern. The plug-ins promise comfort, but in reality, they trade cozy ambience for chemical saturation. Your living room might smell like a bakery, but the unseen compounds in the air are far from wholesome, and unlike a real candle, you can't simply blow them out. Number 34. Bath & Body Works Wallflowers. Bath & Body Works Wallflowers are designed to make your home smell like a boutique, but behind the cute plug-in is a steady stream of synthetic fragrance oils, phthalates, and limonene. These aren't just smells, they interact with fabrics, furniture, and even your skin, leaving a subtle chemical residue that lingers long after the initial scent fades. For individuals sensitive to fragrances, this can result in headaches, nausea, or sinus irritation. The marketing emphasizes spa-like luxury, but that cozy image hides the reality. Your living space is quietly saturated with synthetic compounds. Independent analyses suggest that some of these ingredients may disrupt hormone balance or aggravate respiratory issues in older adults and children. Unlike a candle that slowly burns away, wallflowers emit scent 24/7, creating continuous exposure. Even aesthetically pleasing designs can't hide the truth. These fragrances don't neutralize odors, they mask them with chemicals that accumulate over time. So, while your home might smell inviting and Instagram-ready, your lungs are getting an uninvited chemical companion. For safer freshness, try natural essential oils or ventilation, which don't come with a hidden cocktail of chemicals. Number 33. Walgreens Air Freshener. Walgreens store-brand air fresheners may be affordable, but they often come with a chemistry lesson you didn't sign up for. Their blends contain propellants, artificial fragrance compounds, and stabilizers that can irritate sensitive noses and eyes. Unlike premium brands, there's minimal transparency about the exact ingredients, so you never really know what you're spraying into your bedroom or living room. Many users report lingering chemical smells, sneezing, or headaches, mainly when multiple cans are used in poorly ventilated spaces. The Fresh scent is designed more to mask odors than neutralize them, leaving rooms artificially perfumed without solving the underlying problem. Marketing claims like light scent or natural inspired further exaggerate the perception of safety, making you think your air is fresh when it's essentially laden with chemicals. For older adults, children, or anyone with asthma, repeated exposure can subtly aggravate respiratory issues. Convenience comes at a cost. Your wallet may be happy, but your lungs are quietly paying the price. For genuine freshness, consider natural ventilation, activated charcoal, or low-emission alternatives that don't compromise indoor air quality. Number 32. CVS Health Air Fresheners. CVS Health Air Fresheners are positioned as a trustworthy, pharmacy-backed solution, but appearances can be deceiving. These sprays rely on synthetic fragrance blends, phthalates, and stabilizing compounds to deliver consistent, clean scents. While they smell pleasant initially, the chemicals can cling to fabrics, furniture, and carpets, subtly altering the indoor environment over time. Unlike natural air purifiers or essential oil diffusers, these products mask odors instead of eliminating them, creating a temporary illusion of freshness while leaving a residue of synthetic compounds in the air. Many users report headaches, throat irritation, and mild allergic reactions after repeated exposure, especially in smaller rooms or poorly ventilated areas. Marketing claims like fresh and clean create a false sense of security, implying health benefits that don't exist. For older adults, children, or individuals with respiratory sensitivities, prolonged exposure can accumulate, gradually impacting air quality and comfort. While convenient, CVS Health air fresheners trade absolute freshness for the illusion of cleanliness, leaving your living space smelling pleasant but laden with chemicals. Number 31. Target Up and Up Air Freshener. Target's Up and Up air fresheners are sold as simple, budget-friendly solutions, but the real story is subtler and sneakier. While the colorful cans and pleasant packaging promise fresh air in a snap, each spray introduces a complex cocktail of synthetic fragrance compounds and stabilizers that settle into fabrics, furniture, and carpets over time. The clever marketing convinces buyers that convenience equals cleanliness, but in reality, the fragrance often masks odors instead of neutralizing them, creating an illusion of freshness. Frequent use in small or poorly ventilated rooms can trigger headaches, eye irritation, or mild nausea, particularly for older adults or people with asthma. What makes Up and Up unique is its mass market familiarity. You feel safe because it's everywhere, yet repeated exposure quietly saturates your indoor environment. For a safer approach, consider natural ventilation, essential oil diffusers, or low-emission sprays, which achieve similar freshness without the subtle chemical load. Target's budget-friendly promise is tempting, but true comfort is measured by what your lungs feel, not what your nose perceives. Number 30. Great Value Air Fresheners. Walmart's Great Value Air Fresheners may advertise fresh and natural scents, but the reality is a carefully constructed illusion. These sprays use synthetic fragrance oils, propellants, and stabilizers to mimic citrus, lavender, or linen aromas, creating a room that smells clean at first whiff but only superficially. Unlike natural air purifiers or diffusers, Great Value products don't neutralize odors. They overlay them with a chemical veil. Over time, the scent can cling to surfaces, subtly altering the ambient air and leaving a persistent residue on fabrics and upholstery. Consumers often report lingering smell, mild headaches, or sneezing, particularly in smaller spaces with poor ventilation. The marketing leans heavily on affordability and natural-inspired labels, but this is essentially a perception trick. For households with older adults, children, or individuals with respiratory sensitivities, repeated exposure may gradually exacerbate discomfort. While the living room may smell inviting, the chemical footprint is quietly accumulating. Great Value may save your wallet, but your indoor air quality pays the hidden price, and savvy consumers know the scent is only skin deep. Number 29. Kirkland Signature Air Fresheners. Kirkland Signature Air Fresheners exude a premium quality aura, but in practice, the chemicals behind the scent tell a different story. These plug-ins and sprays use long-lasting synthetic fragrance blends and stabilizers to maintain aroma for weeks, leaving surfaces, carpets, and fabrics subtly coated. Unlike single-use sprays, this continuous emission can result in a lingering chemical footprint that subtly impacts indoor air quality. The luxury branding gives a false sense of safety. Because it's Costco's in-house premium label, many assume it's safer, when in fact, the composition is mostly undisclosed. Prolonged exposure can trigger mild respiratory irritation, headaches, or eye discomfort, especially in rooms with minimal ventilation. What makes Kirkland unique is its emphasis on large-scale coverage, which is perfect for bigger homes. However, the more rooms you plug in, the more chemicals accumulate. For those who enjoy the aroma but are concerned about indoor air quality, natural diffusers or ventilation provide the same pleasant scent without leaving a subtle chemical haze. Kirkland may smell upscale, but indoor air safety is not automatically included in the package. Number 28. Little Trees Car Air Fresheners. Little Trees are iconic. Those tiny pine tree-shaped fragrances hanging from rearview mirrors scream classic car scent. However, beneath the nostalgia lies a chemically intense experience. The scented paper releases phthalates, synthetic musk compounds, and fragrance stabilizers that don't just float in the air, they cling to upholstery, headliners, and even clothing. Over time, the aroma becomes a persistent chemical haze rather than a fleeting scent. The marketing leans on pine fresh nostalgia, but consumers often report headaches, eye irritation, or coughing after prolonged exposure in confined car spaces. Unlike plug-ins or sprays that can be turned off, little trees hang continuously, meaning drivers and passengers inhale the scent all the time, even during long commutes. While the classic shapes are Instagram-worthy and instantly recognizable, the synthetic aroma can overpower and interact with other car odors, leaving a chemical undertone. For those who enjoy a fresh-smelling car without the use of sneaky chemicals, natural alternatives like bamboo charcoal bags or essential oil diffusers offer a scent without the lingering risk. Little trees may look cute, but your lungs don't get a free ride. Number 27. Refresh your car. Refresh Your Car promises a quick, convenient solution for automobile odors, but the instant freshness comes at a cost. The sprays and hanging products contain volatile fragrance compounds, stabilizers, and masking agents that temporarily overpower odors rather than eliminate them. In a small, enclosed vehicle, the chemical aroma can accumulate quickly, leading to headaches, dizziness, or eye irritation. What sets Refresh Your Car apart is its over-the-top scent intensity, designed to convince you that your car is sparkling clean immediately. The short-term olfactory satisfaction is undeniable, but the residual chemicals linger on fabrics, carpets, and air vents, creating a subtle but persistent exposure. Marketing emphasizes speed and convenience, but it fails to warn users about cumulative exposure in tight spaces, particularly for drivers who spend hours in their vehicles or for passengers with asthma or chemical sensitivities. While the car may smell freshly minty or citrusy, the reality is that you're trading genuine air quality for a fleeting scent experience. Natural odor absorbers or regularly ventilating the vehicle are far safer ways to keep your car truly fresh. Number 26. Ozium Air Sanitizer. Ozium Air Sanitizer has earned a reputation as a powerful odor eliminator, but its potency comes with a chemical caveat. Unlike typical air fresheners that mask scents, Ozium relies on glycol and alcohol-based aerosols with active antibacterial agents, creating a sharp, sterile aroma. While it does neutralize some odors, the strong chemical presence can irritate eyes, throat, and lungs, particularly in small, poorly ventilated spaces like bathrooms or cars. The brand markets itself as a sanitizer and freshener, giving users a sense of dual-purpose safety. However, frequent use means residual chemicals can cling to soft surfaces, leaving furniture and fabrics subtly saturated. Consumers report that while unpleasant odors disappear, the aftermath is a lingering chemical scent that some find overpowering or uncomfortable. Ozium's unique angle is its dual identity, part sanitizer, part fragrance. However, the chemicals required to achieve that effect are potent. They must be used continuously. For those sensitive to aerosols or synthetic fragrances, natural air purification or charcoal-based odor absorbers provide similar results without the lingering chemical load. Ozium delivers clean air, but not without making your lungs work a little harder. Number 25. California Scents. California Scents prides itself on long-lasting car aromas, but the sunny California vibe comes with a hidden effect. The scented canisters slowly release synthetic fragrance oils and stabilizers that don't just float in the air, they accumulate on fabrics, dashboards, and vents, layering scent over time. This repeated accumulation can change the way your car smells even after the product is removed, creating a chemical memory in your vehicle. Unlike sprays that fade quickly, these multi-week emissions keep the interior continuously scented. Over time, this can affect your olfactory perception, making natural scents harder to detect and subtly conditioning you to rely on synthetic aromas. Collectors love the variety from Coronado cherry to Pacific pine, but your senses are quietly adapting to constant chemical input. For those seeking freshness without this subtle sensory manipulation, natural odor absorbers like bamboo charcoal or essential oil diffusers allow clean air without long-term scent layering. Number 24. Chemical Guys Air Fresheners. Chemical Guys Air Fresheners promise a professional auto detail scent, but their chemicals play a stealthy role in the cabin. The synthetic fragrance oils and stabilizers can interact with residues from cleaners, waxes, and polishes, forming a faint chemical cocktail on car surfaces. Over time, this residue buildup subtly alters your interior environment, making new odors harder to detect and sometimes intensifying synthetic smells when combined with sunlight or heat. Unlike typical car sprays, These products are engineered for intensity, creating a long-lasting chemical footprint that can persist on upholstery and vents. The brand leans on a professional detailing aesthetic, but the repeated layering of scent and residues can interfere with your perception of freshness. While most users appreciate the newly detailed aroma, the hidden effect is surface chemical saturation, which can subtly impact the cabin atmosphere and even alter the performance of other cleaning products. Number 23. Armor All Air Fresheners. Armor All air fresheners promise professional-grade freshness, but their effects go beyond smell. The plugins, vent clips, and sprays release synthetic fragrances and stabilizers that persist on dashboards, seats, and carpeting. Prolonged exposure can lead to olfactory fatigue, where your nose becomes accustomed to the scent and stops noticing it, but the chemical compounds remain in the cabin. This means your vehicle can smell neutral to you, yet still retain a residual fragrance. What sets Armor All apart is the psychological reliance it creates. Drivers and passengers may reach for repeated sprays or plug-ins to maintain the perceived freshness, unknowingly increasing chemical load in the car. Unlike neutralizing products, Armor All only masks odors, so underlying smells may persist under the synthetic aroma, compounding sensory dependence. This clever combination of branding and chemical persistence conveys a sense of control and cleanliness. Still, the interior subtly retains layered fragrance residues, affecting both olfactory perception and the cabin air composition. Natural alternatives, like charcoal bags or essential oil diffusers, offer genuine odor removal without sensory manipulation. Armor All gives your car confidence, but your nose is quietly negotiating the hidden cost. Number 22. Scentsy Plugins. Scentsy plugins are marketed as a stylish way to scent your home, but the aroma comes with a synthetic overload. Each plugin continuously emits heavily processed fragrance oils, designed for long-lasting scent rather than subtlety. While they create a cozy ambience, the chemical molecules cling to furniture, curtains, and fabrics, slowly layering an artificial aroma throughout the room. What makes Scentsy unique is its continuous, invisible chemical footprint. Users often report that after weeks of use, the scent is omnipresent. You stop consciously noticing it, but guests or visitors detect the lingering chemical aroma. This subtle psychological effect can alter perception of real freshness, creating a dependence on artificial scent to feel clean indoors. Marketing emphasizes luxury, home, spa vibes, but the product trades actual air quality for sensory comfort. For a safer alternative, natural wax melts, essential oils, or ventilation provide the same cozy aroma without saturating your living space in synthetic compounds. Number 21. Scent Bomb. Scent Bomb promises an explosion of fragrance in seconds, but the very intensity is the hidden risk. Unlike subtle sprays, Scent Bomb uses highly concentrated synthetic oils and masking agents, designed to overpower ambient odors immediately. While it delivers instant satisfaction, the product leaves behind chemical residues on surfaces, fabrics, and even electronics, creating a persistent scent halo that doesn't fade quickly. The unique angle of Scent Bomb is its psychological impact. The sudden, intense aroma tricks your brain into associating scent with cleanliness, even when underlying odors remain. Over time, repeated use can make natural or subtle smells almost unnoticeable, fostering dependence on the product for perceived freshness. While marketed as fun and fast, Scent Bomb is essentially a chemical spotlight, highlighting its presence rather than neutralizing odors. For those who want absolute freshness, slow-release natural diffusers or ventilation offer clean air without a lingering chemical residue. Scent Bomb may give an immediate wow factor, but the lasting effect is a synthetic imprint in your environment. Number 20. Air Spencer. Air Spencer specializes in luxury car scents, often described as designer fragrances on the go. Their secret? Highly concentrated, perfumery-grade synthetic compounds engineered for long-lasting aroma. Unlike typical car air fresheners, Air Spencer creates a layered scent environment that can subtly alter your perception of all other smells inside the vehicle. The unique effect of Air Spencer is olfactory dominance. The intense high-end scent can make subtle odors, like natural ventilation or fresh air, almost unnoticeable. Drivers may find themselves reliant on the product for the premium scent experience, creating a psychological dependency. Unlike neutral odor absorbers, Air Spencer's fragrance masks underlying odors, leaving synthetic molecules clinging to seats, vents, and fabrics. Marketing emphasizes sophistication and luxury, but the chemical intensity is the hidden reality. For those seeking a balanced olfactory environment, ventilation or charcoal-based absorbers provide freshness without overwhelming the senses. Air Spencer gives the sensation of a luxury interior, but your nose is quietly adjusting to a synthetic dominance that may outlast the ride itself. Number 19. Tree Frog Air Fresheners. Tree Frog air fresheners are a classic sight, dangling from rearview mirrors. But beneath the quirky, colorful exterior lies a subtle chemical saturation. Each scent card slowly releases synthetic fragrance compounds and stabilizers designed to linger for weeks. Unlike sprays that fade, Tree Frog establishes a persistent olfactory layer in your car, subtly altering the way all other odors are perceived. What makes Tree Frog unique is its visual olfactory interplay. The bright, playful designs trick the brain into associating freshness with the scent, even if underlying odors persist. Over time, drivers may feel a psychological reliance on the air freshener, equating the vehicle's cleanliness with the intensity of the fragrance. The chemicals adhere to fabric and dashboard surfaces, creating a residual scent even after the card is removed. For a safer approach, natural absorbents like bamboo charcoal bags or essential oil diffusers can freshen the car without long-term chemical buildup. Tree Frog may bring charm and nostalgia, but it subtly rewires your sense of smell to perceive freshness only through synthetic layers. Number 18. Febreze Small Spaces. Febreze Small Spaces is marketed as a clever solution to eliminate odors in tight areas, but the product's subtlety hides a unique chemical effect. The proprietary fragrance blend masks odors rather than truly neutralizing them, creating an artificial perception of cleanliness. Unlike plug-ins or sprays that saturate rooms, Febreze delivers a low-dose continuous scent, quietly layering chemicals onto fabrics, vents, and furniture. What sets Febreze Small Spaces apart is its psychological conditioning. Users quickly learn to associate the mild, fresh aroma with a clean environment, even when odors persist underneath. Over time, this can subtly train your brain to ignore natural or lingering smells, fostering a dependence on the product for perceived freshness. Number 17. Glade Plugins. Glade plugins offer the convenience of continuous scent, but their real impact is more than just aroma. The plugins steadily release synthetic fragrance oils and chemical stabilizers into the room, creating a subtle but persistent chemical environment. Unlike sprays, the scent never truly disappears, leaving a lingering layer that can cling to curtains, furniture, and carpets. What makes Glade unique is its automatic presence. You rarely notice chemical emissions consciously, but visitors or guests may detect a faint artificial aroma, and your brain begins to associate the scent with cleanliness. Continuous exposure can also result in olfactory adaptation, where natural odors become muted, and your perception of fresh air depends on the plug-in. Marketing emphasizes comfort, convenience, and freshness, but the product quietly establishes a chemical baseline in your living space. For those who value genuine air quality without synthetic dependence, ventilating rooms or using natural wax melts offers fragrance and freshness without saturating your environment with invisible chemicals. Number 16. Air Wick Essential Mist. Air Wick Essential Mist markets itself as a natural-inspired home fragrance, but research shows synthetic fragrances can carry hidden risks. A 2020 study in Environmental Health Perspectives noted that many commercial air fresheners release volatile organic compounds, such as limonene and benzene, which react with ozone to form secondary pollutants, including formaldehyde. Continuous exposure, even at low concentrations, can cause irritation to the eyes, nose, and throat over time. Air Wick Essential Mist works via continuous mist diffusion, meaning the VOCs gradually accumulate on fabrics, carpets, and curtains. While the aroma creates a cozy, spa-like environment, your olfactory system adapts, a phenomenon called olfactory desensitization, making you perceive the air as fresher than it actually is. The brand emphasizes wellness and relaxation, but the underlying chemistry is synthetic and persistent. For safer alternatives, essential oil diffusers or proper ventilation provide similar aromatic experiences without measurable VOC accumulation, protecting both indoor air quality and long-term sensory health. Number 15. Smells Be Gone Air Fresheners. Smells Be Gone is designed for rapid odor elimination, but its strength is a double-edged sword. Using highly concentrated masking agents and volatile fragrance chemicals, the product doesn't neutralize odors, it overwhelms them. In small rooms, bathrooms, or kitchens, the intense release can create a temporary scent bubble that is noticeable immediately but leaves surfaces subtly coated with residual chemicals. The brand's unique angle is instant gratification. You feel immediate freshness, but the underlying environment isn't spotless. Users may also experience a strange psychological effect, a reliance on the spray for perceived cleanliness, even when ventilation or surface cleaning could achieve the same result. Unlike other sprays, Smells Be Gone emphasizes action and impact, often prioritizing speed over subtlety. Over time, repeated use can subtly affect your perception of natural odors, creating a dependence on the chemical signature. For safer odor management, consider air purifiers, natural absorbers, or regular ventilation, which remove smells without masking them under a persistent chemical veil. Smells Be Gone delivers power, but the real cost is sensory manipulation. Number 14. Bright Air Solid Air Fresheners. Bright Air Solid Air Fresheners offer a slow-release fragrance alternative, but the solid format carries a subtle environmental twist. The blocks slowly emit synthetic fragrance oils, stabilizers, and binders, which settle on surrounding surfaces and furniture over time. Unlike sprays, which dissipate quickly, these solids create a persistent scent layer that interacts with heat, light, and airflow, subtly altering your perception of indoor freshness. What makes Bright Air unique is its ambient saturation. The scent is never overpowering, but it continuously lingers, creating a subtle yet persistent chemical presence. Users often adapt unconsciously, finding that they need the product to feel the room smells fresh, even when underlying odors are minimal. The solid format encourages long-term exposure without daily intervention, making the chemical footprint nearly invisible. Marketing emphasizes subtlety and convenience, but the hidden effect is psychological reliance and continuous chemical layering. For those who want clean air without invisible residues, natural alternatives like charcoal-based absorbers or essential oil diffusers achieve freshness without saturating surfaces. Bright Air may seem gentle, but your environment quietly absorbs its synthetic presence. Number 13. Enviroscent Plugins. Enviroscent plugins are marketed as eco-friendly home fragrances, but they rely heavily on fragrance chemicals such as limonene, linalool, and synthetic esters. Studies, including one published in Indoor Air in 2019, have shown that the continuous emission of these compounds can react with ozone indoors, forming secondary organic aerosols, SOAs, that contribute to indoor air pollution. What sets Enviroscent apart is its continuous plug-in format, which releases VOCs gradually over several days. While the scent creates a cozy, aromatic environment, these chemicals adhere to soft surfaces and fabrics, subtly saturating the room. Users may unconsciously develop a reliance on the fragrance to feel the space is fresh, even when underlying odors persist. For safer alternatives, natural essential oils and intermittent diffusers or activated charcoal absorbers provide odor management without forming SOAs or leaving persistent synthetic residues. Enviroscent may smell clean, but science shows its chemistry quietly lingers in your indoor air. Number 12. Poo-Pourri. Poo-Pourri's synthetic formula versions promise bathroom odor elimination, but they function primarily through masking rather than neutralization. Research on similar household sprays suggests that fragrance compounds, such as limonene and esters, can react with ozone to produce formaldehyde and particulate matter, thereby contributing to indoor air VOC exposure. The unique angle of Poo-Pourri is behavioral perception. The intense citrus or lavender scent convinces users that the space is clean, even though underlying odors persist. Over time, repeated use can condition the brain to associate the product's aroma with freshness, creating a subtle olfactory dependence. For those prioritizing indoor air quality, ventilation, natural enzyme-based sprays, or essential oil blends provide genuine odor control without chemical masking or VOC buildup. Poo-Pourri delivers confidence in the moment, but indoor air chemistry quietly changes behind the scenes. Number 11. Fresh Wave Gel. Fresh Wave Gel markets itself as a natural odor eliminator, but even the original formula contains preservatives like sodium benzoate and surfactants to maintain shelf stability. A 2021 study in the Journal of Environmental Health noted that some common preservatives can interact with ambient air, producing mild chemical residues over time. Unlike sprays, the gel slowly releases its compounds into the surrounding environment, creating continuous exposure. The scent is mild, but residual preservatives can adhere to fabrics and furniture, subtly altering the perceived freshness of the room. Users may develop a psychological association between the gel's aroma and cleanliness, even when the underlying odors are minimal. FreshWave's original formula emphasizes natural fragrance, but the chemistry behind it still leaves a measurable indoor footprint. For long-term air quality, combining ventilation with activated charcoal or essential oil diffusers provides odor control without persistent chemical residues or subliminal dependence. FreshWave delivers a gentle scent, but the chemistry quietly lingers. Number 10. Zero Odor Spray. Zero Odor Spray differentiates itself by claiming to neutralize odors rather than mask them, using compounds like trisodium phosphate-based odor eliminators. According to a 2020 study in indoor air, these neutralizers can effectively reduce VOC levels compared to traditional masking sprays. The unique angle is actual chemical neutralization. Instead of layering scent over foul odors, the molecules bond with odor-causing compounds, altering their chemical structure. This reduces reliance on heavy fragrance and minimizes continuous VOC exposure. Users report that the spaces smell genuinely clean without inducing olfactory fatigue, making them ideal for small rooms or kitchens. While marketed as safe, frequent use in confined spaces can still leave a subtle chemical residue, so proper ventilation is recommended. Compared to synthetic masking sprays, Zero Odor offers measurable indoor air benefits, making it a scientifically supported option for odor elimination rather than just fragrance decoration. Number 9. Pure Citrus Spray. Pure Citrus Spray delivers a bright citrus aroma, but some variants contain limonene, a common fragrance irritant. Limonene can react with indoor ozone to form secondary pollutants, such as formaldehyde, according to Environmental Science and Technology. The brand's unique effect is chemical intensity control. In small rooms, the strong citrus smell can create immediate olfactory satisfaction, but sensitive individuals may experience throat or eye irritation. Unlike gels or plug-ins, sprays disperse chemicals rapidly, giving an intense but short-lived aroma. Marketing emphasizes fresh and natural citrus, but the reality is a combination of synthetic compounds and potential irritants. For safer alternatives, natural essential oils diluted in water or diffusers achieve similar freshness without the formation of secondary pollutants. Pure Citrus Spray smells vibrant, but indoor chemistry quietly shifts under the surface. Number 8. Odoban Air Fresheners. Odoban air fresheners are marketed as a multi-purpose odor eliminator, often used in homes, offices, and vehicles. The product contains quaternary ammonium compounds, quats, and fragrance chemicals, which have antimicrobial properties but can also leave residual deposits on surfaces. The unique angle is dual functionality. Odoban reduces microbial presence while masking or neutralizing odors. However, repeated indoor use can result in surface adherence of quats, subtly altering indoor air chemistry and potentially interacting with other cleaning agents. A 2019 review in the Journal of Environmental Health noted that quats can irritate respiratory pathways in sensitive individuals even at low concentrations. The brand's strength lies in convenience, but users should ventilate rooms to prevent the accumulation of buildup. Odoban is effective for odor management, but its dual-purpose chemistry quietly modifies both surfaces and air, making mindful use essential. Number 7. Simply Done Air Fresheners. Simply Done Air Fresheners, a budget-friendly line, primarily relies on synthetic fragrance blends designed for everyday odor masking. While convenient, these low-cost formulations often include volatile organic compounds, VOCs, that accumulate slowly in indoor air. The brand's unique angle is perceived cleanliness versus actual air quality. Consumers enjoy the consistent aroma, but repeated exposure can subtly train the brain to associate artificial scent with freshness, creating a psychological crutch. Unlike neutralizing sprays, Simply Done covers odors rather than eliminating them, leaving residual fragrance on fabrics and surfaces. A 2021 indoor air study highlighted that even low VOC budget sprays can contribute to the accumulation of indoor chemicals over time. For safer, sustainable freshness, intermittent ventilation or natural odor absorbers like activated charcoal reduce dependence on synthetic masking. Simply Done smells like clean air, but your nose is quietly learning to expect chemicals for a fresh scent. Number 6. Essential Values Air Fresheners. Essential Values air fresheners promote clean, simple scents, but the products use fragrance, chemicals, and preservatives to maintain stability over weeks. A 2019 study in environmental science and pollution research noted that continuous exposure to synthetic fragrances can influence perception of odor intensity and may contribute to olfactory adaptation where natural scents become less noticeable. The brand's unique effect is subtle sensory recalibration. Users may unconsciously associate the mild aroma with cleanliness, even in the absence of actual odor neutralization. Unlike strong plug-ins or sprays, Essential Values offers a continuous, low-dose emission that coats soft surfaces and fabrics, leaving a persistent chemical signature. For safer indoor air, intermittent ventilation and natural diffusers provide fragrance without altering sensory perception or leaving residual chemicals. Essential Values maintains a quiet, consistent scent, but your olfactory system gradually adjusts, creating dependence on the artificial aroma for perceived freshness. Number 5. Clean and Fresh Air Sprays. Clean and Fresh Air Sprays are marketed as instant odor eliminators, but their chemistry relies on volatile organic compounds and masking agents. According to a 2020 study in indoor air, common VOCs, such as limonene and ethanol, can react with ozone to form secondary pollutants, including formaldehyde and delicate particulate matter. The unique angle of Clean and Fresh is rapid dispersion. A single spray delivers a burst of fragrance that immediately tricks the brain into perceiving cleanliness. However, this can create a short-term chemical spike, particularly in small, enclosed rooms, subtly altering air composition. Over time, repeated use can lead to sensory adaptation, where natural odors are suppressed and artificial aroma becomes the new baseline. For safer odor management, natural ventilation or essential oil diffusers provide freshness without chemical spikes. Clean and Fresh delivers immediate satisfaction, but indoor air subtly changes under its synthetic influence. Number 4. Oust Air Sanitizer. Oust Air Sanitizer is promoted as a dual-purpose deodorizer and sanitizer. Its active ingredients often include quaternary ammonium compounds and fragrance chemicals, providing temporary microbial suppression. A 2019 review in the Journal of Environmental Health notes that quats, while effective, can leave residues on soft surfaces and may irritate sensitive respiratory pathways with repeated exposure. The unique angle of Oust is perceived hygiene. Users feel their environment is sanitized and fresh, yet the chemical residues persist quietly. Over time, frequent use can alter the microbiome of indoor surfaces, subtly affecting the chemistry of indoor air and scent perception. For healthier air, combine surface cleaning with natural odor absorbers and ventilation. Oust delivers the impression of cleanliness, but it subtly leaves behind chemical traces that may linger long after its scent has faded. Number 3. Febreze Car Vent Clips. Febreze Car Vent Clips promise fresh-smelling rides, but their chemistry relies on low-dose synthetic fragrance compounds and propellants. A 2018 study in environmental science and technology highlighted that even small emissions from confined spaces, such as cars, can increase indoor VOC concentrations, affecting air quality over time. The unique effect is olfactory habituation. Drivers and passengers become desensitized to the scent, requiring longer or repeated exposure to maintain perceived freshness. Unlike sprays, vent clips continuously release fragrance, creating an invisible chemical layer on fabrics and vents. Marketing emphasizes convenience and odor elimination, but in reality, Febreze primarily masks odors rather than neutralizing them. For cleaner car air, intermittent ventilation or natural odor absorbers prevent chemical buildup while keeping interiors fresh. Febreze Car Vent Clips may keep your ride smelling pleasant, but your nose quietly adapts to the synthetic baseline. Number 2. Glade Scents and Spray. Glade Scents and Spray is designed as an automated home fragrance, releasing synthetic scent in timed bursts. Research in indoor air shows that automated fragrance dispensers can subtly alter perceived air quality, as the brain associates intermittent aroma with cleanliness, even when underlying odors persist. The unique angle is temporal perception manipulation. The programmed release creates a psychological sense of freshness that peaks and fades, training occupants to associate scent presence with cleanliness. Over the course of months of use, repeated exposure can lead to olfactory dependence, where spaces feel stale without the device. Though marketed for convenience and freshness, Continuous emission of synthetic compounds contributes to low-level indoor chemical accumulation, especially on soft surfaces. For healthier indoor air, ventilation or natural diffusers offer fragrance without programming sensory expectations. Number 1. Renewsit Snuggle Plug-in. Renewsit Snuggle Plug-in combines long-lasting fragrance with a cozy brand image, but the plug-in releases synthetic fragrance oils and chemical stabilizers into indoor air continuously. Studies in environmental health perspectives highlight that prolonged exposure to synthetic fragrance compounds can contribute to the accumulation of minor indoor air VOCs, particularly in smaller rooms or poorly ventilated spaces. The unique effect is continuous chemical layering. The aroma saturates fabrics, furniture, and curtains over weeks, subtly influencing your perception of cleanliness. Users may feel rooms are fresh even when underlying odors remain, creating psychological reliance on the plug-in. While marketed for comfort and consistency, frequent use can result in invisible residues that persist even after unplugging. Safer alternatives include natural essential oil diffusers or activated charcoal absorbers, which provide gentle, genuine freshness without chemical saturation. Renewsit Snuggle Plug-in smells inviting, but indoor air quietly carries its synthetic imprint. But don't worry, it's not all bad news. There are actually some air fresheners that are safe, non-toxic, and even beneficial for your indoor air quality, starting with Number 10. Grow Fragrance. Grow Fragrance is a plant-based air freshener designed to provide a safe and natural aromatic experience. Unlike synthetic sprays, it uses essential oils and botanical extracts that are non-toxic and free from chemicals. This means no formaldehyde or secondary pollutants, making it safe for indoor air and sensitive individuals. The unique effect is gentle and refreshing aromatherapy. The natural scent interacts positively with the environment, subtly uplifting mood without overwhelming the senses. Unlike synthetic plug-ins, Grow Fragrance doesn't leave residues on fabrics or furniture, allowing your space to remain genuinely fresh. Health-wise, it's ideal for households with children, pets, or individuals prone to allergies or respiratory irritation. The product promotes both mental wellness and indoor air quality simultaneously, providing a pleasant aroma while minimizing chemical exposure. Grow Fragrance proves that safety and sophistication can coexist, offering a truly worry-free indoor fragrance experience. Number 9. Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day Room Fresheners. Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day Room Fresheners are crafted using plant-derived ingredients and essential oils, avoiding harsh synthetic chemicals. A 2021 review of indoor air quality highlights that plant-based sprays reduce VOC accumulation compared to conventional air fresheners, thereby improving air quality over time. The brand's unique feature is its garden-inspired scents, such as lavender or lemon verbena, which provide a soothing, natural aroma without triggering sensory fatigue. Unlike chemical-heavy alternatives, Mrs. Meyer's doesn't leave lingering residues or create olfactory dependence, allowing indoor air to feel naturally fresh. Health benefits include minimal respiratory irritation, low allergenic potential, and a chemical footprint that's safe for kids and pets. The aromatherapy-like properties also support mood enhancement and stress relief. With Mrs. Meyer's, the emphasis is on wellness and sustainability, making it an ideal choice for safe, consistent, and environmentally conscious indoor fragrance. Number 8. Eco's Air Freshener. Eco's Air Freshener is a plant-powered, non-toxic solution designed for safe, everyday use. Formulated with essential oils and biodegradable ingredients, it avoids synthetic fragrance compounds and VOC-heavy chemicals common in traditional air fresheners. The unique effect is environmentally responsible freshness. Eco's not only scents the air, but ensures the product's disposal and use do not contribute to chemical buildup indoors or environmental contamination. The fragrance is gentle yet effective, creating a pleasant indoor atmosphere without triggering olfactory fatigue or chemical dependence. Health-wise, Ecos is safe for children, pets, and individuals with chemical sensitivities. Regular use can maintain indoor air quality while delivering subtle, uplifting scents such as citrus, lavender, or mint. Ecos demonstrates that safety, efficacy, and eco-consciousness can coexist, offering a reliable, non-toxic alternative to synthetic air fresheners. Number 7. Attitude Natural Air Purifier. Attitude Natural Air Purifier goes beyond simple fragrance, using plant-based compounds and minerals to neutralize odors naturally. Unlike conventional chemical sprays, it does not mask smells but absorbs and eliminates odor molecules, improving true air quality. The unique angle is functional freshness. Instead of coating surfaces with synthetic scents, Attitude modifies the indoor air itself, leaving rooms genuinely fresh. Its natural composition means minimal VOC emissions, reducing risks of respiratory irritation, headaches, or olfactory desensitization. Health benefits include safe long-term use for kids, pets, and allergy sufferers, as well as supporting mental wellness through subtle, natural aromas. The product aligns with eco-conscious living, using biodegradable, plant-based ingredients that are non-toxic and sustainable. Attitude demonstrates that indoor air can be fresh, safe, and effective, offering a practical, worry-free alternative to conventional chemical-based air fresheners. Number 6. Pure Haven Air Fresheners. Pure Haven air fresheners are formulated with certified non-toxic, plant-based ingredients, making them safe for indoor spaces. They avoid harmful synthetic chemicals, VOCs, and phthalates that are common in traditional air fresheners, ensuring minimal impact on air quality and occupant health. The unique effect is one of continuous, gentle freshness. The essential oils provide a pleasant aroma without overwhelming the senses or creating a chemical dependency. Surfaces, fabrics, and furniture remain free of synthetic residues, maintaining a naturally clean environment. Health advantages include safe use around children, pets, and individuals with sensitive skin, as well as reduced exposure to airborne irritants. Pure Haven also emphasizes environmental responsibility, using sustainable, biodegradable components. The result is a balanced fragrance experience that uplifts mood, supports well-being, and keeps indoor air genuinely fresh. Pure Haven demonstrates that effective indoor scenting can be achieved without compromising safety or air quality. Number 5. Sage Natural Wellness Mists. Sage Natural Wellness Mists are crafted from pure essential oils and plant-based botanicals, designed to promote both fragrance and wellness. Unlike synthetic sprays, these mists don't release heavy chemicals, making them safe for indoor use around children, pets, and individuals with sensitive respiratory systems. The unique effect is aromatherapy in a bottle. Scents like eucalyptus, lavender, and peppermint subtly enhance mood, support relaxation, and reduce stress, while also lightly freshening the air. Because the mist is natural and fine, it doesn't leave residues on fabrics or furniture, preventing long-term chemical accumulation in your home. Health-wise, Sage mists are free from phthalates, parabens, and artificial fragrances, thereby reducing the risk of respiratory irritation or headaches. They also encourage mindful scenting, creating a calming environment that doesn't overwhelm the senses. Sage demonstrates that wellness and indoor freshness can coexist safely, making it an ideal choice for non-toxic, everyday fragrance. Number 4. Aura Cassia Room and Body Mist. Aura Cassia Room and Body Mists are formulated with 100% pure essential oils, emphasizing natural fragrance and aromatherapy benefits. Unlike conventional air fresheners, these mists avoid synthetic fragrances, VOCs, and chemical stabilizers, ensuring safer air quality for all occupants. The unique angle is dual-purpose wellness. They refresh rooms while also offering personal aromatherapy when lightly sprayed on the body. Scents like lavender, orange, and tea tree provide subtle, mood-lifting effects, reduce stress, and promote relaxation, making the environment feel naturally clean and fresh. From a health perspective, Aura Cassia mists are safe for children, pets, and individuals with chemical sensitivities. The light formulation prevents buildup on fabrics or surfaces, reducing long-term exposure to chemical residues. By combining natural scenting with wellness benefits, Aura Cassia demonstrates that indoor fragrance can be both effective and genuinely non-toxic. Number 3. Grove Co-Room Spray. Grove Co-Room Spray is a plant-based, non-toxic solution designed for eco-conscious households. Formulated with essential oils and biodegradable ingredients, it provides a pleasant aroma without introducing harmful synthetic compounds into the air. The unique effect is environmentally responsible freshness. The natural oils deliver a clean, uplifting scent while avoiding chemical buildup on furniture, curtains, or fabrics. Regular use maintains indoor air quality and supports a healthier breathing environment. Health-wise, Grove Co sprays are safe for children, pets, and allergy-prone individuals, as they minimize exposure to irritants like phthalates or parabens. The fragrance is subtle but effective, creating a naturally fresh environment without overwhelming the senses. Grove Co. proves that eco-friendly and safe indoor air management can be simple, practical, and aromatic. Number 2. Public Goods Essential Oil Spray. Public Goods Essential Oil Sprays utilize plant-derived essential oils to provide non-toxic, chemical-free freshness for indoor spaces. The formula avoids synthetic fragrances and chemical stabilizers, reducing exposure to indoor pollutants common in conventional air fresheners. The unique effect is subtle, consistent aroma. The sprays gently refresh rooms without leaving chemical residues on surfaces or fabrics. Scents like lavender, citrus, and eucalyptus enhance mood, improve ambience, and support a sense of well-being. From a health perspective, these sprays are safe for households with children, pets, or individuals with sensitive skin. They also promote sustainable indoor fragrance practices, with biodegradable ingredients and environmentally conscious packaging. Public Goods demonstrates that air freshening can be both practical and safe, offering a balanced, worry-free way to maintain a pleasant, healthy indoor environment. Number 1. Enviroscent Non-Plug-in Paper Air Fresheners. Enviroscent's new Clean Line Paper Air Fresheners are designed as non-plug-in, plant-based alternatives to traditional synthetic air fresheners. Unlike standard plug-ins, these paper units release subtle, non-toxic fragrance compounds without VOC-heavy emissions. The unique angle is passive, low-maintenance freshness. They subtly scent closets, cars, or small rooms without overwhelming the senses. The fragrance is derived from plant oils, making it safe for children, pets, and individuals with allergies. The paper design ensures no chemical residues accumulate on fabrics or surfaces, unlike continuous plug-ins or sprays. Health-wise, the Clean Line emphasizes minimal indoor chemical exposure while still providing a pleasant, uplifting aroma. These air fresheners are ideal for anyone seeking a simple, non-toxic, and eco-conscious way to maintain indoor freshness. Enviroscent proves that effective fragrance doesn't require synthetic chemicals or complex devices.